From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
All right, everybody, welcome to the First Union 400 here for the Saturday Night Throwback Racing League. Ready to go racing here tonight, this round at North Wilkesboro Speedway. How is everyone coming into tonight's show? Thank you guys for coming out as we get ready to go green flag racing here. Qualifying right now underway here at the North Wilkesboro Speedway for this one. Thank you guys for coming out once again here. Jeff Carlson right now, fastest car in town here in North Wilkesboro. This should be fun here tonight as we go racing once again here in just a moment. Again, Marco down at top of the charts. We'll get ready to take a look at your point standings and everything here in just a moment. So bear with me here as we get ready to do that here in just a moment. Again, a minute left in qualifying. How is everyone here tonight coming to North Wilkesboro Raceway, this historic racetrack? Going to put on a show here tonight for us here in the Saturday Night Racing League here on Extreme Sim TV. And thank you very much, everybody, for coming out to tonight's event. So we're getting everybody revved up, ready to go here tonight for this round. As we take a look at your point standings coming into tonight here. And again, here is your point standings. It's Joshua Crowder up front leading the way. And again, Josh extending that points lead from 9 last week over Nate Witch to 19. Brian Underwood falling back as well behind Dustin Buck. Dustin Buck was able to take over that third spot in points. 50 or 94 or 103 back. Excuse me, Brian Rancher, hold on, never mind. Brian Underwood was able to get it by Dustin Buck, my apologies, in the point standings last week, 1 week ago, as they ran last week at Bristol Motor Speedway. For the second week in a row, we go short track racing tonight here at the famous North Wilkesboro Speedway. Should be a fun overall night of racing here this evening around North Wilkesboro, this place. Of course, a famous racetrack, and I have a feeling these guys are going to put on a great show for everybody, and I'm looking forward to it. And as we get ready for this one here tonight, we'll prepare to go racing in a moment. As you can take a look at the point standings there coming into this one here in this round for the Saturday Night Thunder guys, or Saturday Night Throwback, excuse me. In round number 7. So we're getting them gridded up. We're going to get you your starting lineup here in just a moment. So let's take a look at where everybody will start here tonight, North Wilkesboro Speedway, coming your way. So let's do that now. Points down for you. And it's going to be a fun one here tonight. As you see, front row, Mark Odell, Jeff Carlson there, the front row. Those two going to start row number 1. How cool would it be to have that good wrench machine go to victory lane here tonight at North Wilkesboro Speedway? That'd be really cool in that 31. And row number 2 right now, Trey Jackson, James Robbins right there in that second row. Row number 3 tonight going to be Brad Dubb, Brian Underwood. Row number 4 are going to be Dustin Buck alongside Joshua Crowder, Chad B. Singer, Chat there, and Patrick Hasty right there as well. Nate Lynch, Melvin right there going to start 12th. Steve Kerpel there 13th. Alvin Warnicki going to start 14th here tonight. And Craig Hawkins rounds out the 15th position here tonight, North Wilkesboro Speedway. This is going to be a ton of fun. Already went dirt racing earlier tonight. Now we're going to have a little bit of a nightcap asphalt side of things as we go racing for 200 laps here tonight on a racetrack that will eat your tires up if you are not careful. This place will eat your tires alive. That's going to be one of the interesting storylines of the night to follow here for 200 laps at North Wilkesboro. Again, tires at this place. I'll say it once. If I said it one time, I'll say it again. Tires will eat you up here if you are not careful. Field, ready to go racing. We are as well. Thank you for joining us. Odell will lead them to green for 200 laps here tonight. Front straightaway, Mark Odell, Jeff Carlson, Trey Jackson, James Robbins right there as well. All lined up on this front straightaway, ready to go. Pace car going to lead them off, and we'll get to rolling here at North Wilkesboro. Let's take a look here at some of our news and notes and etc. for tonight. Oh, as we get ready to go. Steve didn't get the lead. That's weird. I'll send it over to him. Sorry about that, Steve Capello. As we get ready to go here with the pace car lights are off right now, ready to rock and roll again. It is going to go 200 laps. This is going to be a ton of fun. Who's it going to be to walk out of here at North Wilkesboro? One of the best tracks on the schedule. Ready to go. Mark Odell going to start from the pole. Here we go. 200 laps coming your way from North Wilkesboro. Everybody set in, set tight, get ready to go. Grab your popcorn. It's going to be good. 5 sets of total tires for tonight. 50% fuel. 200 laps your distance. Let's get ready to do it. Mark Odell from the pole. Carlson to his outside. Trey Jackson there as well. We're racing at North Wilkesboro. But he heads for turn number 1. Mark Odell going to bring him to turn 1 and 2. He'll hit the bottom. Carlson up the racetrack. He'll lose back a little way. Trey Jackson, James Robbins, Brian Underwood right there as well. Joshua Crowder, your points leader, back to 6th. Nate, well, we got a problem. It's 11. Hello, it's Carlson. Jeff Carlson around in a Hooters Pro Cup number 11 machine. That beautiful race car going to go around. He flattened them Hooters against the outside wall. Let's take a look. Boom, big impact. Backwards into the outside wall. The 8 going to get jacked around there as well as they all tried to check up with Melvin around off of turn number 4. First caution of the night here, lap number 2. 2 corners going around. We'll get them loaded back up. Mark Odell was able to get a good restart or a good start to the race at least. Load them back up and get ready to go. We're ready to rock and roll. Jerry, Chad, I'm not racing in this one tonight. Jerry, why not you racing? You're not feeling well? I hope all is okay there, man. Worried about you, buddy. Everything all good over there? Jerry, quite contrary. Get ready to go. Still single file. Mark Odell, Trey Jackson, the top 2. And it's the first caution really early on here tonight. So really early on here in race number 7, we get the first caution of the night. And we will get ready to go back to green flag action here in just a moment. Here for these guys. Again, no real surprise there. North Wilkesboro, hard racetrack. You end up turned around every time. And let's take a look at where we got coming up here in the Saturday Night Throwback Series, season number 1. Load up here on the other screen for us. Again, 1 week away, the Haynes 200 at Martinsville, finishing out the stretch of green flag races, or short track races here tonight. We'll get ready to go. 5 laps complete. 5 complete as we get ready to go. We'll get ready to go back to green. We'll get ready to bring the green back to green, field back to green. Mark Odell will lead for the restart. Single file restart, let's go. Everybody back up to speed here at North Wilkesboro. To the bottom of the racetrack, Odell leads the 31 with the UAW machine just in tow behind him. The 6 machine there as well as they work through. Everybody to the wall right now. A little bit of side-by-side action. That is Crowder trying to close in on Brian Underwood and James Robbins going at it 2 by 2. They'll exit turn number 2 here. Top lane going to come alive for Robbins. A little bit easier to run the top here sometimes. And right now that is exactly what they're working on. But that 477 by Brian Underwood leads. Robbins and Joshua Crowder right there to 5th. Crowder going to try to sneak underneath there as well as Robbins. Robbins kind of trapped on the outside right now as they work their way down into turn 3 and 4, 2 by 2. Oh, we got a problem. It's Patrick Hasty. Oh, she's going to be out for Patrick Hasty back straight away. Hasty going around and having number 28 Ford machine. A little bit of contact here. Ooh, got jacked up in the rear end. Car comes around. The Texaco Haviland machine going to slide down to the apron. And that'll put us under the caution for yet again here at Northeast Wilkesboro. So yet again, the field under yellow here tonight. Brian Underwood right there. Mark Odell continuing to lead here. Great job for Mark. So Odell continuing to lead as the field works their way through here tonight. And they will cycle Brian Underwood there as well. Odell hanging tight right there, so Odell continuing to lead. Odell continuing to lead here tonight at North Wilkesboro. On the board, Jackson, Underwood, Robbins, Crowder, Dove, and that Pennzoil machine, beautiful looking race car. A couple of issues here. All right, the Dove right there, nice ride. In the line at the moment. See what we can come up with here. Again, it'll be another single file restart here. Ready to go green. First few laps, couple of quick yellows. Going to give them a bit to figure out what the truck car needs. We'll leave it at that right now. Kind of hard to know what that truck car needs. Not really getting the long green flag run that you would need to kind of fill that machine out. I'm sure that will come here at some point here. Laps and complete here tonight as we get ready to go. Again, right now, Mark Odell continuing to lead. Just up front, Odell and Trey Jackson right there. Great job leading at least early on. do these first set of cautions. The light's going to go back out on the iRacing pace truck, and we'll get ready for yet another single file restart here. Again, the Saturday Night Throwback League runs the old rules system that they're using right now, with Odell leading Jackson and Underwood and Robbins, your top four. Joshua Crowder there in fifth. Trying to keep hydrated over here. Works a little bit of drive, doing a little broadcasting, but we're ready to go. Odell and Jackson on the front row, or nose to tail, leading them down. And we're back racing. Great job, though. Thunder off of turn number 2 here. Working their way down the back straight away. The Underwood to the bottom. Underwood continuing to work the bottom down here with Trey Jackson, Joshua Robbins right there as well. Trey Jackson hanging on. Nice job side by side. Underwood going to move to second. Move Brian Underwood to P2 here tonight. Underwood moving forward here. Great run. Now he'll jump back to the inside lane. What he can do, there's the one machine of Brad Dubb to fifth. James Robbins, Chad B. Singer back there. Nate Lynch hanging on as well in the number 25 ride. That's old Nate Lynch. Nice ride. With Alan Warnicki back there behind him. Jeff Carlson, in 11th, Steve Crapell. 10th right now, the Hooters Pro Cup machine, Jeff Carlson. Right now recovering inside the top 10 after his troubles early on. What about Patrick Hasty? What about Dustin Buck, Melvin back here? There's Buck on pit road. Not the night that Buck wanted right now. 19th on the racetrack. Not the night for Buck at the moment. Everybody else keeping it rolling right now. Again, 17 laps complete of the Schedule 200. Underwood starting to work the very high side now. We'll see if that line starts to pay for him here. Trying to bring it to the pay bank on the top, and really, if you can get that very top line going, it's a very good groove to run where they ain't type of situation, if you can get it up there and get it going. Mark Odell continuing to lead right now. And 19 to 200 complete. Still continuing to work their way through. Nice and single file. Underwood, Trey Jackson right there as well. 19-20 on the board. Knocking them down, picking them up, knocking them down right now. Go to 19-20 laps on the board. Nate Lynch going to be mid-pack at the moment, the 25 machine. Nate Lynch right now, 8 on the board. Nate Lynch continuing to hang on. The 72 of Alan Warnicki, Jeff Carlson, Steve Crapell outside the top 10, trying to move Ben. Oh, Hawkins right there as well. Hawkins hanging on. Mark Odell continuing to lead up front by about a second over Underwood. Jackson now 3 wide almost as Joshua Crowder, points leader, tried to stick his nose up there on the top side. He'll cross over to the bottom. Move it on over. Joshua Crowder going to try to make it stick to third. Noses ahead. New P3 car. Give it to points leader Joshua Crowder. Joshua continuing to move forward. They're going to go to the top. Nice job. Jackson, Brad Dubb right there as well. Dubb right there in the 1. James Robbins. Chad B. Singer. Almost contact with the 1 of Dove to the left rear quarter panel of the 5. Mark Odell continuing to lead. 25 of 50 on the board this time by Brian Underwood, trying to chase him down. Nate Lynch. Just a ton of race cars that are good here tonight. First 25 laps in the books of this one. One car not so good. Dustin Buck there, 2 laps down, trying to hang tight. Kind of struggling early on. There's the 6 of James Robbins. Robbins right there. He'll fall in line with Brad Dubb down the front straightaway. Nose to tail, Brad Dubb in that number 1 machine. Good run for him here tonight. Mark Odell is still continuing to lead. So that's interesting to me. Odell pulling away right now, but Underwood trying to stay with him. And they're running about identical lap times as Carlson going to come under fire, or Nate Lynch going to come under fire from Jeff Carlson there in the Hooters machine. He'll work to the bottom and clear. So Carlson back out front, or back to ninth, excuse me. Nice job for Jeff Carlson to continue to move that car forward after that spin early from being turned around, starting to inch his way back forward. Mark Odell continuing to lead. Brian Underwood, Joshua Crowder, your points leader. Trey Jackson, Brad Dove right here in the top 5. James Robbins, Chad Biesinger, Alan Warnicki, and Jeff Carlson and Nate Lynch all right here in the top 10. Herpel, Hawkins, Hasty in 13th here tonight. Cars continuing to go at it right now. Nose to tail, working their way through. Mark Odell continuing to lead here at North Wilkesboro. Mark Odell out front leading. Mark Odell continuing to lead. What a run for the 31 Good Wrench machine here tonight so far at North Wilkesboro. Kind of cool to see that Good Wrench machine out front leading the charge here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. We know the car is good. You see Crowder trying to hold off Trey Jackson for position right now. Those two going to continue going at it. 31 on the board with a scheduled 200 here tonight. Well, again, it's just starting to get into a little bit longer run. We have slowed down about 0.3 of a second off where we were at early in the race as far as lap times go. So continuing to hang on about 0.3 slower than where we were at with Robbins and Biesinger and Warnicki and Carlson and Nate Lynch all right there in the top 10. Pale, 33 on the board. Mark Odell continuing to lead with Brian Underwood in second. Underwood right there to second. Crowder to third as we continue to rock our way through. $35 on the board right now. And so we're going to start to get into a little bit of a rhythm here. Everybody to the bottom. Working their way through. Chad Biesinger with Robbins. There's the Stacker 2. Reminds me of old Kenny Wallace right there in the 2030 Stacker 2 Energy Machine with Chad Biesinger in it. Coming under fire from Alan Warnicki. Warnicki going to jump underneath. He'll take a spot. Oh, Alan Warnicki, nice job jumping underneath. He'll take the spot away. Start pulling away. Chad Biesinger, Jeff Carlson, Nate Lynch, your top 10. That's your top 10 as they run here at North Wilkesboro. $36 on the board. Out front, Odell, Biesinger, Lynch, Hawkins right there as well. That's the way everybody sets. 37 complete. We're here tonight with that Good Wrench Mark Odell ride. Out front now, 1.7 seconds over Brian Underwood. Still about a tenth or so quicker than Underwood's pace right now. Jackson going to come to call to third. Joshua Crowder going to lose a spot. Nice job. 2 by 2 down into 3 and 4. You take a look at the 5 on the bottom, the 48 up top. Here comes that 5 machine. Really sticking it in there deep into 1 and 2, but they're giving each other plenty of room. Great racing for position here, 3 and 4. Joshua trying to hold Jackson at bay. Brad Dove there behind him as well in the number 1 Pennzoil machine. Dove, Allen, James, Jeff Carlson, Chad Biesinger right there. There's James Robbins right there as well. He'll stick right to the back bumper, the Hooters machine of Jeff Carlson. And they'll come up off the corner nice and straight. Alan Warnicki, Chad Biesinger, James Robbins right there as well. 40 completed 200. 208 wins Patrick Hasty. Chad Hawkins right there. Or Craig Hawkins, excuse me. Steve Kerpel going to come under fire from Dustin Buck. Buck right now 14th, couple of laps down. Continuing to hang tight where he's at. Mark Odell continuing to lead. 1 second now the gap as Brian Underwood starting to reel him back in. About a tenth a lap right now. We reeling each other in about a tenth a lap, 43 on the board with Mark Odell out front leading. Ryan Underwood, Trey Jackson, Joshua Crowder, Brad Dove, Alan Warnicki, Jeff Carlson, Chad Biesinger, Nate Lynch, James Robbins right there as well. Patrick Hasty, Craig Hawkins out of shape. Hello. The Mobile 114 machine just about met the infield of the racetrack. Car started to step out on him, gathered it back up. Mark Odell continuing to lead the charge right now in the 31 Goodwrench machine. They're doing what they can. Trey Jackson back here. There's Brad Dove, Alan Warnicki, Jeff Carlson, Chad Biesinger, Nate Lynch. Look at old Nate Lynch right now in the top 9 with Robbins trying to give chase. Robbins there in the 6, continuing to try to give chase in that unsponsored number 6 machine. Carlson, Biesinger going at it side by side. Stacker 2 taking on Hooters right now out of turn number 4. And it's going to be Stacker 2 getting the best of it right now. Stacker 2 energy there in that 23 machine. Nice run. He'll use the top. He'll move to 7th here. Good job for him. He continues to hang on. Old league I used to call there, Stars and Stripes Racing League, on the side of that car. Nice to see. Old Nate going at it out here. Old Nate Lynch hanging tight. Old Nate hanging on, 47 on the board. 48 this time by. It'll be 150 to go. First 50 laps getting knocked down here. Leaders are out front right now. That gap continuing to close down to 0.7 of a second for Mark Odell and Brian Underwood. And we're starting to see the strength and weakness, if you will, of each car. Underwood seems to be a bit better, longer in this run that we're going here. Really starting to close in on the 24. Steve Capel, 14 to pit road, getting fuel. So we got one down starting his stops. Craig Hawkins, and here goes Capel. He's going to go a lap down to that 31 machine now. That 31, Mark Odell on rails, along with Brian Underwood giving chase. Joshua Crowder, your points leader, coming under fire from Brad Dove underneath in the Pennzoil number 1 machine. Dove going to try to move forward as we start inching closer. The green flag stops here at North Wilkesboro. Dove going to sneak underneath, nice and clean. Easy does it right now. Don't want to get up there and bang doors or do anything crazy. Keep the car clear, and that's what he's doing. Crowder about lost the back of the car on the top side. Really had to grab a handful and just yank that car back straight. Because if he hadn't, he could have gotten the door of Dove, and that would have not been pretty right there at that portion of the racetrack. Mark Odell continuing to lead the charge down the front straightaway, 53 on the board. Brian Underwood giving chase. 3 of 200 with Trey Jackson, Alan Warnicki back there as well. Brad Dove trying to hang on in front of Joshua Crowder. Alan Warnicki, great run for Alan. Chad Biesinger, Nate Lynch. Nate Lynch hanging on. James Robbins, Patrick Hasty right there as well. Hasty going to jump underneath of Jeff Carlson. Nice move. Drop underneath of Carlson, get clear, and move on down the road. Good job. Find a bit backwards. Biesinger coming under fire right now. Nate Lynch back in front of him. Out front, the gap down to 0.5 of a second. We'll check back in. As you see Underwood continuing to close on the race leader. This race for the race lead is not over by a long shot. Underwood is coming right now on old tires. Dale, Underwood, Jackson, Dove, everybody trying to hang on. A little bit of a party right now. The 14 moving forward on fresh tires. Remember, he pitted. One of the first cars to hit pit road is that Mobile 114 machine of Craig Hawkins right now. Trying to hang on, trying to move forward the best he can. Mark Odell continuing to lead the way over Brian Underwood, just 57 laps into this one here tonight. Underwood gonna go to the wall. Diamonds it off. The wall to the corner to the wall. Goes Underwood. Great driving for the Ford 77 DLP Ford right there behind Mark Odell. Alan Warnicki. Nice run for Alan. Him and Nate Lynch still continuing to go at it. Brad Biesinger, James Robbins, Patrick Hasty right there. James Robbins running through the pack as well. Robbins hanging on at the moment. Robbins doing a great job hanging tight right now. Running in that ninth position at the moment. Right now, hanging on, 60 to 200 complete. Alan, Nate Lynch right there as well. There's Nate up into 6th. Alan Warnicki to 7th. Nose to tail, everybody's starting to transition to that top lane. A little bit easier to run out there, a little bit more banking than you got on the bottom with this progressive top banking that you have here. A little bit more stable on older tires, and we're seeing everybody to the man go up there. But here comes Brian Underwood really trying to make the bottom work in the DLP machine in 3 and 4. 1 and 2 back to the wall. Really unique watching him work to the top to the bottom. Really trying to get to Mark Odell and apply a ton of pressure. And right now, almost to the left rear quarter panel he goes. Here tonight as they work their way through 63 laps complete here this evening. Here at North Wilkesboro Speedway, Mark Odell, Brian Underwood, nose to tail. They run at the moment, 63 complete for the scheduled 200. Right now, the 11 machine just out in front of your race leader of Odell, so keep that in mind. 8 Lynch, Joshua Crowder, Brad Dove right there as well. Everybody hanging tight, doing a wonderful job. Work their way through 65 complete. With 200 complete, working their way up. Joshua to 48 out of shape. You seen it just at the end of your screen. That 48 got all sorts of sideways. Was able to reel that car back in and keep it straight. Not feeling too happy-go-lucky in that Chevrolet right now. And he has got company, the Rick Customs number 25 machine right there to the back bumper. Rick Customs, my apologies. The Rick Customs, yeah, it is Rick Customs on the front of that car. I was about to say, they get to the back bumper of Crowder there, and great job. 67 on the board. And here we go, Joshua Crowder to pit road. 4 tires and fuel. So your points leader going to come down. He'll get 4 tires and fuel. 68 laps on the board for the leaders. Is starting to really run long into this run. Had 2 cautions early tonight. Since then, we have stayed green. Starting to see green flag stops. Brad Dove, Nate Lynch back here, part of the crew. They'll probably be coming down pit road very shortly. 8 Lynch right there in that 25 machine. Alan Warnicki, Chad Biesinger, James Robbins, Jeff Carlson, all in the mix, ready to come down pit road here momentarily. Starting to watch as they work their way through here. There's the 31 of Mark Odell, Brian Underwood, Trey Jackson, Brad Dove, Nate Lynch, your top 5, Alan Warnicki to 6th, Chad Biesinger to 7th, Robbins to 8th. Oh, we got a car out of shape front straight away. Hello. Don't know who that was, but he was crossed up looking at the inside wall. I believe it was that car right there, Dustin Buck. Nearly got the inside wall, gathered it back up, did a great job as Odell continuing to lead. Now 1.5 seconds, he's extended that gap back out over Brian Underwood. There's Joshua Crowder working through on quicker tires. Right now, he's going to be about, check it here, quicker than your race leaders at the moment. So you see that, Brad Dove right there. We got a bunch of cars Brian Underwood. Mark Odell, though, still rolling through 20.1. Going 19.3 for Joshua Crowder. It's about a second a lap difference between fresh and old tires here tonight. Matter of fact, here comes Joshua to the back bumper, your race leader. That will be to unlap himself here. Hitting pit road, getting one of his laps back. He'll work the bottom. 31 will probably let him go, maybe not. Thought for a second the 31 just lift and let the 48 go here. Now he does. Got to put Joshua back on the lead lap here. Pressure tires getting put to work right now as he clears the leader. Again, right up front, it's Trey running third. Fourth, Brad Dove as we continue through the long run. Patrick Hasty, your last car on the lead lap right now. And that Texaco Highville number 28 ride. He is your last car on the lead lap at the moment. Mark continuing to hang on. A great job for Mark. Up front leading, 76 on the board of 200 here tonight. Mark Odell continuing to lead. What do you do if you're Mark Odell in this situation? When do you hit pit road? As you've got Underwood climbing back to you right now. Look at Underwood. He is right there all over the back bumper of Mark Odell right now. The car to pit road, that's the 28 coming down. Patrick Hasty electing to come down pit road for fuel and tires, 77 laps in. There's Hasty. Down pit road, fuel and tires for him. Odell will come through with Underwood still behind him in your top two. No change there. And that's what you got to think about. When do you come down? Because that kind of messes with your strategy all the way through, right? You got to decide at some point when you're going to bring that car to pit road. Got a screen for you. Good, we have an iRacing freeze. I think we had an iRacing freeze. All right, folks, we got an iRacing freeze. We'll be right back. I'm going to take you to commercial break here. 79 completed 200. We'll be right back. iRacing has frozen here tonight. So we'll go to commercial break and we'll be right back. iRacing.
From Mortar to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create.
Here we go. It's fixed now.
By nerds.
All right. Woohoo.
Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Caution out on the racetrack. Everybody will be coming down pit road once again. So right now, Underwood will come to pit road, floor tires and fuel. And we'll get back going, 82 on the board of 183 this time by. On the board. And we'll bring the first caution out, everybody, or third caution out. Everybody will get to come down and get fresh tires and fuel. And let's see who we can talk to real quick. Work our way through the button on having the night that he wanted. Here, as they would say. Caution out, 84 complete. Alright. 84 complete at 200 here tonight. For complete as we work our way through here. There's minor freeze on iRacing, but it's okay. It's all good. No worries. Back going. Back to your regular broadcasting here. As Brian Underwood continues to lead Jackson right now. Underwood continuing to lead the charge. Up front in that number 77 machine. Mark O'Dell going to lose 2 spots on pit road that time. So we'll see if Mark O'Dell can recover here. 85 at 200 complete, 15 away from halfway. Underwood will lead them down. Jackson to second. We're back underway at North Wilkesboro. So fresh Goodyear Eagles on the race leaders. How does that affect things? Working their way off. Here comes Trey Jackson to the back bumper of Brian Underwood. Nate Lynch right there in 5th. 6th is Alan Warnicki. 7th right now, Steve Kerpel. Joshua Crowder in 8th. 9th is going to be Robbins, B. Singer in 10th. How does that mix everything up as they continue to run right now? Again, 87 completed 200. Jackson going to slide backwards as Mark O'Dell going to try to make the move for second here. Can O'Dell get back to second? He does. Mark O'Dell doing just a fantabulous job here, working his way back forward. He's going to have Underwood just in front of him. Underwood going to try to cut him off, but I don't think it's going to work. He'll work to the bottom, and just like that, oh no! O'Dell off of turn 4, lost the back of the car. Caution is out. Don't think he hit anything. He didn't. Did he get in the side of Underwood? Maybe just a smudge. Oh, didn't. Just both cars got free, and he's the one that went around. And unfortunate for O'Dell, that car is so quick. He'll slide it around and get it back going. Trying to make it 2 in a row. Got the win 1 week ago at Bristol. And slides the car sideways. Oh, that's rough. He'll get it gathered back up. What we got. But again, picked up 13 spots and points last week via that win 1 week ago at Bristol. Was moving his way underneath Underwood. Lost the back of the race car. It came around with him. Luckily for Underwood, he didn't get clipped and all that because it's been very easily. Mark could have slid up the racetrack when he got free and got Underwood. But luckily for Underwood, got away with that without a scratch, and he'll maintain the race lead. O'Dell not so lucky. He'll drop way back here. Fortunate for Underwood in a lot of ways. Or fortunate for Underwood and unfortunate for O'Dell. The way that whole scenario worked out as we near halfway. It's going to be interesting to watch O'Dell try to work his way back through the field. What helped him there is there's quite a few cars 1 lap down that he'll stay ahead of, so that's at least going to help some. He's not going to drop totally to the tail here. As far as lap position wise, he's only back to 7th. So I guess that kind of eases the pain a little bit of it, but still not what you want to see if you're O'Dell. Now, if you're any of these other guys, O'Dell's proven how quick that car is, so any help's good help right now to keep him at bay. So that definitely kind of played in their territory of having that caution fly when it did for O'Dell. And you see Josh with a pit road, he'll probably sneak some tires on the car. Lap 93 going on the board. That's going to be lights out on the pace car. So they're going to turn the lights out on the pace car, and we're going to get ready to go back racing, folks. We ain't done yet, Captain. We're ready to go back racing. Let's get it happening, Captain. Field coming to green. Underwood and Dove on the front row. Here we go, coming to green. Let's go racing once again. Green flag in the air. Dove gonna line up with them. Green in the air. On Underwood, Marco Dale, Carpale. Carpale back a few spots. Underwood leading the way. Right now, Trey Jackson right there in second. Alan Warnicki, Nate Lynch inside the top 10. Nate Lynch gonna slide to fifth. 97 on 95 on the board. Lynch up high. Odell down low. Steve Carpale, James Robbins right there in the mix also. Joshua Crowder, Chad B. Singer. Robbins up to 7th here. Robbins going to sneak through the 11, out of shape on the bottom, but he'll hang on. That's Carlson. He's a lap down right now in 13th. Odell already back to 5th, just that quick. Meanwhile, Underwood and Jackson out front doing battle. Here comes Jackson to the back bumper of Underwood. He turned him. He turned him down the front straightaway. Underwood around. Caution is out. Jackson got the run. Oh, boy. Oh, McDonald's. Somebody's not going to get a Big Mac because there's going to be an unhappy somebody. Oh, just got up and under the rear end. Picked the front of the car up right at the flag stand. And Underwood goes for a ride down the front straightaway, and he is not going to be happy camper with Trey. Oh, and Odell nowhere to go. Two of your quickest cars on the night. Both involved. Ah. Well, that just happened. Jackson will take the race lead, and we'll get ready to go back to green. No, Christmas cards are coming up soon, and I do not know that there's going to be a Christmas card coming from the Underwood camp to the Jackson camp here. I don't think that's going to be a thing that's going to be happening. No, checking the list, checking it twice, you're going to find out if you're naughty or nice. That was a bit naughty, just saying. Get ready to go back green here. 99 on the board, a 200 here tonight. And the field gets ready to go back to green. How this works out is we're halfway here at North Wilkesboro tonight. Oh, and don't forget, we're not done short track racing. 1 week from tonight, guess what? Guess where we go? Guess where we go? We go over to Martinsville. That's going to be fun. Martinsville, Virginia. Your next stop out of the dish. Happens when we moment here. Getting ready to go. Moment. Ready to rock and roll here. Ready to go in just a moment. Much fun to watch as we get ready to go back green. Once again here tonight. Green this time. But we'll get ready to come to green. Flag racing here in just one moment. Lights out on the pace car. Ready to go. The rock and roll here tonight. Go 2 by 2. Green flag in the air. We're back underway. Here we go. Field back to green here tonight. Green 103 on the board. And everybody spread back out. Mark Odell, Nate Lynch right there. 103 on the board. Joshua, we got a problem. It's James Robinson. Robbins backwards front straightaway into the fence. Oh man, caution is out once again. Back out one more time here tonight. Will help there for the 5-6 as he goes around. Caution back out, 105 complete this time by, with Trey Jackson out front. That is the way we say it. Once again, getting ready to go green. A good restart in a moment. We're getting ready to get back at it. All right, so we'll get ready to get back at it. 105 laps on the board here tonight. Green flag. Back going. A moment. Trey Jackson, Alan Warnicki, Josh Crowder right there as well. Look, 106 complete with Trey Jackson out front leading. Ready for that restart in just a moment. On. And we'll go back on the pace car with Alan Warnicki in second. Joshua Crowder right now in third for this restart here tonight. 107 of 200 laps complete. 8 laps past halfway here tonight. 8 laps past halfway, ready to go. Racing once again. 108 on the board this time by. Hope you guys are enjoying the night show as we get ready to go back green flag racing in a moment. Again, white should go off on the pace car. Jackson leads the way. Let's see how this goes. Mark Odell back to fourth. Keep in mind he's had trouble here tonight. Got free off of turn 4 underneath Mr. Underwood. Underwood right there. He'll be running 6th here in the 77 DLP machine. Jackson leads. Here we go. Coming to green this time by. Jackson leads the way. Remember, Jackson, well, we'll get one more lap to green. My apologies. Thought we were going green this time by. What we got here, lights getting ready to go out right now. So, yet again, we'll get ready for a restart. Thank you, everyone, for coming out as we get ready to go green flag racing one more time here tonight. The field stacked up like a can of Mountain Dew cans, ready to go here. Who is going to pull away and get the dub here tonight? We're about to find out. Leaders come through 3 and 4 right now with Trey Jackson, Alan Warnicki on the front row. Let's go racing once again. 109 on the board. Alan Warnicki, Josh Crowder right there as well. Here comes Nate Lynch right there behind him. 90 laps to go next time by. Lynch hanging on. Up to the bottom. Oh boy. Odell gonna give him room. Nice racing, you two. Let's be friendly here. Nice job keeping it clean. That's what I want to see. Just clean racing between those two. Meanwhile, Warnicki, Trey Jackson going at it for the race lead. Jackson underneath. Looking, or up top, pulling back away. Underwood trying to close in. Here comes Mark Odell as well. Mark Odell so quick all night. Trying to get clear of Underwood. Underwood throws the block there, keeps him behind him. Meanwhile, Alan Warnicki keeping pressure on the 5. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Keep that pressure up if you're Warnicki. Doing it right now. Keeping the fire underneath the rear end of Trey Jackson. Like blowing flames on him right now as they work their way through. 113 on the board. here tonight. Mark Odell continuing to fight through. He'll get underneath Underwood and clear, or underneath the 48. Your points leader, Joshua Crowder, he'll slide to 5th as both Underwood and Odell goes by. Here comes Brian Underwood, searching underneath Odell for 3rd. Up off of turn 4, a little wiggle out of Crowder, no problem. Keep it rolling. Back into 1 and 2. Here goes Underwood. Odell giving him just enough room down there. And great job, those two working it out. Meanwhile, Trey Jackson trying to scuttle away from the remainder of the field here tonight at North Wilkesboro. Here comes the 1, Brad Dove. He'll take it all the way to the bottom. Not going to be any good down there. Going to lose traction on exit. Too flat. Has to get out of it and straighten up. Odell. Look at this, and Underwood and Odell. Oh, contact. Odell and Underwood contact. And again, hard racing between these two. Mark Odell and Brian Underwood throwing haymakers at one another right now. Running for 3rd. 2 quick race cars swinging bombs at one another. Odell's like, I see you down there. Underwood's like, I'm going for it. And he's going to send it on the bottom. And slides up about a half a lane from contact. Keeps the car straight. Great job. Keeps the car straight. Keeps it rolling. Meanwhile, the 72 of Warnicki just up in front of him. Nose to tail. 119 on the board. Here comes Underwood. Still searching the bottom. Searching the groove like a hound dog looking for beat. Great job on the inside here. Underwood, the DLP HD TV machine, still rocking the bottom. Odell keeping him pinned down. Great battle for 3rd you're watching right now. Not missing anything out front as Odell continuing to do what he can here on the top. And they are eating each other's tires alive here. Finally, Underwood going to complete the pass. He'll move to 3rd. Odell back to 4th. Now Warnicki going to come under fire. Odell going to jump to the bottom. Odell trying to get that spot back. Not going to be enough right there. Great racing between these two drivers. Joshua Crowder back here, sliding backwards. Capel and Hasty side by side. There's the 24 DuPont machine of Steve Capel up to 11th here tonight. Up to 11th for the Capel. Capel trying to hang on. Jackson continuing to lead over Warnicki. And now Underwood. Underwood underneath Warnicki, out of shape. Handful wheel. Odell had to really check up, or he was going to left rear of the 77. That could have got nasty in a hurry, but everybody thought about it, and we got a caution. Chad Biesinger around. We'll take a look at the caution here tonight. We're going to go for a ride. Oh, a little bit of air bubble there from Dustin Buck. And oh, Joshua Crowder, your points leader, pile driving in. That's not what you want to see. He hit him like a jackhammer there. Caution is out. And 124 on the board here tonight. Guys, we'll go to pit road and we'll get ready to fire it back up. Meanwhile, I'm going to take a quick break out of the booth. I'll just be a moment. We'll be back for the restart from Northeast Wilkesboro. Alrighty, back to green once again. 129 on the board at 200 here tonight. Up front, Brian Underwood leads. Underwood leads. Hasty Jackson right there in third. Great run for Jackson as we get back going now with 130 on the board of 200 with 70 to go. Alan Warnicki back here coming under fire from Mark O'Dell. O'Dell going to complete the pass. Great job as they work their way down into turns 1 and 2. Brian Underwood continuing to lead the charge. There's Trey Jackson back to third now. Oh, Winch a little sideways. That car bebobbled into the corner. Bebop, and he'll keep it going. That car nearly got out from under him there, but he did a great job of grabbing a hold of a handful of the steering wheel, straightening that bad boy up and keeping it rolling. That's the way we set 132 on the board of 200. Jackson continuing to lead. O'Dell right there as well. 133 on the board. Mark O'Dell with Robbins just behind him. 133 laps completed 200 here tonight. .133 at 200 complete. Continuing to sneak through. 134 now. Brian Underwood continuing to lead the charge here tonight. Mark O'Dell just behind him. Trey Jackson. O'Dell going to sneak to the bottom. Here comes Mark O'Dell coming to call on the inside now. Trying to get underneath Jackson. Jackson holding him at bay. Jackson actually closing in on Underwood. Remember the problem that Underwood and Jackson had earlier tonight. Jackson got into the back of Underwood, turned him halfway down the front straightaway. See how these two race together now as we get later in the stages of 136 on the board. Here comes O'Dell to the back bumper to 5. 136 this time by Brian Underwood right there as well. Everybody fighting through 136 laps complete now of 200. O'Dell and Jackson putting the pressure on one another. .138 complete this time by to the back bumper goes to 31. Pressure. 138 on the board. Underwood going to slide back. 138 complete of 200 here tonight. Underneath goes to 5. He'll get alongside. Brian Underwood trying to hold him down. 139 on the board. Jackson and Underwood. O'Dell right there behind him. 139 of 200 complete here tonight as we close in on the end of this one. Brian Underwood continuing to hang on. Patrick Hasty, Brad Dove right there as well. Underwood, Jackson, 2 by 2. Underwood going to let Jackson slide. 60 to go here tonight. 60 to go. Jackson underneath Underwood. That's for the race lead. 2 by 2. O'Dell putting his nose up there now. And Underwood going to let Jackson slide on through. Now Underwood into the middle groove. Really just about got turned up by O'Dell. Off of turn 4. Mark O'Dell to the race to second now. Oh, contact to the back bumper of O'Dell from Jackson. From O'Dell, from Underwood to O'Dell. O'Dell hangs on. Keeps the car straight. Mark O'Dell working his way back forward. Underwood going to lose some ground now. Both of those have lost ground to Jackson out front right now. Now coming up to it, Jackson continuing to lead. Nate Lynch, Brad Dove back here. What about back here behind them? The 11 Hooters machine of Jeff Carlson. Oh, Mr. Carlson, we're off on Mr. Carlson. He'll work the bottom right now of the 28. Haley right now in 10th. Top 10 run for him. What about Robbins? Carlson, nice run alongside. Great run. Everybody hanging on. Doo-dah, Dave. Where do we stop here tonight? Nobody knows. Great racing right now. Carlson and Robbins going at it. Carlson and Robbins right there. Trey Jackson out front leading. So Jackson continuing to lead. What do you do now if you're one of these drivers up front? You see Jackson pulling away. Hasty got a problem, caution. Patrick Hasty got a problem with the 11. Oh, that's not good, Captain. And that wheel broke on the 11. He couldn't turn. Take a look here. A little bit of contact, gets out of shape. The 11's climbed the side, sets back down. And look at that, the front wheel broke. And that's going to send him careening off into turn 1. And hello, wall. That's all you can say there. But he's got a problem. Quite a bit of problems. Front wheel, front suspension broke. Are not handling right. He's going to have to go get that car repaired. And that will put the yellow out here at lap 148. It's never a fun sign when you go off into the corner and you turn the wheel and it doesn't turn. That is usually bad. That is usually not going to end well for you. And in this case, it definitely did not end well. Look to everybody out there. If you turn left and the car does not react, that's bad. Caution out here at 148. And this has been such a fun night so far here tonight as we continue to work our way through the end of this race this evening. 149 going on the board. More. So right now it'll be 50 to go with Jackson leading. On the board, 150 on the board. This time by. There you go. You go back green here at North Wilkesboro. Oh, this is going to be one heck of a restart. We get ready to do it all over again. Let's do it. White's going to get ready to go off on the pace car with Jackson up in the front leading. A fun night overall. Jackson trying to hold him at bay here for the final 50 laps around North Wilkesboro to come home with the W. It'll be Trey Jackson over Mark Odell, Alan Wernicke, Brad Dubb, Brian Underwood, Nate Lynch, Jeff Carlson, James Robbins, Patrick Hasty, Steve Capel, Steve and Dustin Buck, Joshua Crowder, and Melvin there in the top 13 as lights go out on the pace car. Coming to green this time by. $152 laps on the board. Field coming to green this time by. Trey Jackson, Mark Odell, Alan Warnicki, your top three with old Brad Dove right there as well in fourth. Brian Underwood in fifth. Back to green. We're racing once again at North Wilkesboro. It's 50 to go now. Underwood's going to try to take advantage early of Dove. Not there yet. Now he'll clear him. Meanwhile, Odell trying to run down Trey Jackson out front. Jackson's like, nah, man, you can stay back there and hang out for a moment. Trying to get away. Capel and Dustin Buck mid-pack. Crowder out of shape. Hello. Your points leader not having a good night. Back to 12. Nate Lynch there in 6th. Jeff Carlson there in 7th. 8 right now. James Robbins, Patrick Hasty right there in 9th. In that number 28, High the Lean Machine. Brian Underwood there as well. Alan Warnicki right there. Trey Jackson, Mark Odell in the mix also. Nate Lynch up here to 5th. There's Nate alongside Dove. Good run for those two. Contact behind them. The 6 is going to go for a spin cycle. Hello, caution's out, 155, and Crowder again. Nowhere to go for your points leader. And he has no luck tonight. Oh, as Robbins went around, take a look. Robbins went around, and nowhere, right there's the contact with the 11. Now, what's the 48? He's like, oh, crap. Blocks the brakes up, slides in there. Not much you can do in that scenario except hold on tight and hope for the best. Did a decent job, kept it going, but that brings the caution back out. I remember last week, Joshua extended that points lead to 19. But here tonight, with Lynch up there, Odell going to go to pit road, look for a set of tires here, with coming up to 40 to go tonight. Take a look at Lynch, Dustin Buck not having a good night, Brian Underwood going to make up some ground. There's going to be a lot of guys making up ground here tonight as well. So there's Underwood right there as Josh goes to pit road. That car not in the best of shape at the moment. Warnke, Nate Lynch hanging on. It's definitely going to tighten it up. That is for sure. 158 on the board, a 200 here tonight. 158 to 200. We'll get ready to go back green here in just a moment. Again, that points lead going to be interesting when we go to Martinsville next week for the Haynes 200 at Martinsville, Virginia. Oh, there's Brian Underwood, Alan Warnke, Nate Lynch right there as well. Nate hanging on, running fourth. Brad Dove in fifth. 160 or 159 of 200 complete. Right, so get ready to go out on the pace car for yet another attempt at a restart here. It's Trey Jackson and Brian Underwood, your front two. It'll be 40 laps to go when we go green here. 40 laps to go for the field. Trey Jackson looking for a good restart here. AW machine leads the way. Nope, lights back on the pace car. Never mind. We get a restart with exactly 40 to go now. Lights back off on the pace car. Let's see if we get it this time here. If the flagman gives him one to go, he does. And we are ready to go here. 40 laps, your race distance to the end now. Underwood, Jackson, your top two. Keep in mind, those two have had an interesting history here tonight. Fresher tires on Underwood's machine here. There we go. It will be 40 laps to go at North Wilkesboro. First Union 400, there we go. Green flag in the air. And Underwood, great restart. He's going to go to the top already. No, not going to get there. Great job, though. Good run. He'll get to the back bumper. Oh, got in the fence there a little bit, trying to use the top a little bit too much. Warnke going to try to dip underneath. Can't do it. Odell, fresh tires on that car. He's working his way through the pack. So fresh tires coming on Odell's machine. Pretty deep in the pack, though. He's going to have to make up some ground. He'll get by Brad Dove. Meanwhile, Underwood underneath Jackson off of 4. Out of shape. Hangs on to it. Jackson, nice fight back. I just don't know if he can hold Underwood back here. Nice fight back, 2x2 off of turn number 2 right now. Jackson up top. Underwood there as well. Underwood clear. New race leader. Alan Warnke. Mark Odell continuing to work through the pack as well. Up the one around off of turn number 2 in the grass. No caution yet. He'll back it up. Back her on up there. 165, another caution. Red Dove out of turn number 2. Car comes around, 35 to go, caution out. So Dove out of turn number 2, gonna go around, brings the caution out with Underwood and Jackson out front. Now what do? Do you come down and get tires here? If you're Jackson, you've now lost the race lead. I think you almost have to at this point. Going to be competitive 41 old lap tires. I think you're going to come down and get 4 fresh ones. He tried his best to hold Underwood back there, just could not do it. And here he comes, pit road with Alan Warnicki. Nope, Warnicki going to dive back out. Jackson going to come get the 4 fresh ones. 4 fresh Goodyear Eagles to go on the number 5 machine here with what will be around 30 to go when we get a restart. 4 tires going on the car. Gets it jacked up. Again, he lost that race lead. It's going to drop him to 11th. I think that was his only option here. Warnicki on old tires as well. Kind of surprised he didn't dive down. Especially 10-lap old tires from Odell coming from 4th. I mean, Odell is right there as well on those fresh ones. Vision time late here at North Wilkesboro. $168 on the board. Run the short track races we've had: Bristol, Wilkesboro, Martinsville. A hectic few races. Second of these 3 in North Wilkesboro tonight. Ready to go once again. The field going to come to green with the pace truck out front. I'm in the turn. Should turn the lights off maybe this time. You're late and going. Decision time. Back on, so we got another lap of caution, so it's going to be exactly 30 to go when we go green here tonight from North Wilkesboro Speedway. Brian Underwood continuing to lead tonight. Great job by him. He's fit through all evening long. This time we'll see 1 to go. 1 to go at North Wilkesboro. For yet another restart here tonight. Tonight Throwback Series live on Extreme Sim TV. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming out. 170 at 200. Complete here tonight. Coming to green. Pace car should come down. And we should be about ready to get this party started with 30 to go. Wood to bring them to green. Here we go. Brian Underwood leads. The 72 behind him. Coming to green this time by. Let's do it. Green flag in the air. We're rolling. Underwood, good restart there. He'll jump out to the race lead early and proper. Warnicki, Mark Odell, Nate Lynch back here. Jackson going to have to work his way through. Jackson deep in the field here. Maybe a little too late there for him tire-wise. Nate Lynch right in front of Mark Odell. Meanwhile, Brian Underwood leads the way as they work their way down into the corner once again. Underwood leads Alan Warnicki right there as well. Underwood leading the way. Warnicki going to lose a spot to Mark Odell. Mark Odell right now going to close in, but Alan Warnicki to 3rd, or to 4th, or excuse me, Odell to 3rd, Nate Lynch to 4th. Warnicki just in front, trying to hang on. Brian Underwood as well. Here comes Mark Odell. Car's been so quick all night long. Here comes Odell, tracking down your 2nd place car of Alan Warnicki. Last time by, 19-2, caution on the racetrack. So yellow is out, and again, I think that's going to help Odell close the gap a bit more. Caution is out. And it's going to be for the 1 car going around front straightaway. Yet again, caution on the 1 around on the front straightaway. That should put us to green with 20 laps to go here tonight from North Wilkesboro Speedway. So a rash of cautions here late in the going here at North Wilkesboro. Now what do you do? Underwood right now 27 laps on tires. Warnicki 50 laps on tires. Decisions to be made here. He's going to stay out for now. O'Dale. Jackson up to 8. Keep in mind those tires have gotten him up to 8. But not much higher than that. So he's not coming forward quick enough to do anything, I don't think. Unless he gets some help here late in the going. Maybe some restarts goes his way or something of the sort. Other than that, he's kind of trapped here deeper in the pack. Underwood continuing to lead the charge right now. Underwood continuing to lead the party out front. And again, we go back racing tomorrow night. Sunday night, we go once again. Coming up one night, tomorrow evening. After the 2 weeks of Michigan, we finally get back on track. Tomorrow evening with those guys. That in mind. So tomorrow evening back in action. Off Monday. Oscar Snowball Derby Tuesday. Underdog Racing League on Wednesday. And Thursday we got some late model action coming back your way for NASCAR. And then of course Friday I will be off. And then back here tomorrow, next Saturday evening with the Haynes 200 here at Martinsville, coming up in 1 week. And that's Martinsville Speedway coming up next week. Short track racing. Again, NASCAR Snowball Derby special event coming up Tuesday. That'll be fun. Current laps at Five Flag Speedway. That comes up this Tuesday. Lights gonna go out on the pace car. This time by 179 on the board. And 79 and 200 complete here tonight. Lights off on the pace car. Let's go. Going green here from North Wilkesboro Speedway, Wilkes County, North Carolina. About to see them back underway once again. Coming to Greenfield, going to stack up like dominoes, and green flag in the air. We're rolling. Ryan Underwood leads. Good jump, good start. 180 on the board of 200 here tonight. Once again, Underwood out front. Mark O'Dale for Nate Lynch right there, as well as Dustin Buck hanging on. Buck right there underneath the 28. Patrick Hasty, Joshua Crowder back here in 10th. Joshua trying to recover, 20 laps to go. Remember, he is your points leader, trying to recover the best he can. Brian Underwood trying to get away from Alan Warnicki and Mark O'Dale. Nate Lynch there, Dustin Buck, Patrick Hasty. What a recovery for Buck, for Buck, and as I say, that Buck goes around. Oh man, caution is out. Dustin Buck, as I talk about his recovery tonight, broadcaster jinx, that car going to go around out of turn 4, puts us back under caution with 19 to go. And boom, inside wall, so it'll be a 14 lap dash when we get ready to go green. Take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll get ready for the restart yet again here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Late in the going here for the Saturday Night Throwback Racing League. Again, thank you, everybody. We'll be right back in a moment.
From Mortar to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Back here once again as we get ready to go back. Green flag racing with less than 15 to go. Alan Warnicki up there along with Mark Odell, Nate Witch, Trey Jackson right there as well. 15 laps to go. Been a heck of a night all evening long. Again, we're going to get ready to go at it one more time here tonight. Trey Jackson, Nate Lynch, Mark Odell. It's going to be late in the going here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Ready to go here tonight. 14 laps to go. Alan Warnicki will lead them around in second. Brian Underwood leads the way. Then it's going to be Mark Odell right there as well. Restart when you're ready. Be a good one. Field ready to go. Side by side, 14 laps to go here tonight. 14 laps to go when we go green once again. Here we go, coming to green. Lights out on the pace car. Lights are out on the pace car here. Coming to green.
Green.
Brian Underwood leading the way right now. Underwood leads, 13 to go this time by. Underwood pulling away. Mark Odell. Nate Lynch hanging on. Trey Jackson, James Robbins. Old Robinstown back here running up top. 13 to go. Brad Dove there as well. And great racing. 12 to go this time by. 12 laps to go. Nice job. 12 to go. Meanwhile, Underwood continuing to lead. Couple of cars out of shape. Take a look. Underwood out front. Trying to pull away. Doing just that over Alan Warnicki. Right. 11 to go here. Great job right now. Up front. Brian Underwood, Alan Warnicki. Mark Odell. 11 laps to go this time by. In to go at the strike. 10 laps to go. Odell right there behind Warnicki, doing everything he can. 10 laps to go. Carlson dropping back from Capel. Jeff Carlson right there. Brian Underwood there leading. 9 laps to go this time by. Brian Underwood leading the way. Again, this is going to be fun here tonight as we work 9 to go. 9 laps to go here. Brian Underwood leading the way. Alan Warnicki right now as well. 8 laps to go this time by. 8 laps to go as they work their way through. Laps to go for everybody with Brian Underwood out front. We got a problem. And it's Brad Dove around once again with 8 to go. Dove goes around, and that may give us pretty much a green, white, checkered finish. Yeah, it's going to be a green, white, checkered finish. This is going to be interesting. That's the way they say it. Get ready to go. 7 laps to go this time by. Go now to strike. So 6 laps to go as we get ready to fire it off here. And it's going to be a late race restart. A very late race restart here in a moment. Be good. Let's get it going. Get ready to go here. Right now, Brian Underwood will lead them down for the restart. It'll be very late going here for Underwood. Less than 3 to go when we go green here. And oh man, Underwood looking to go to victory lane here tonight. Brian Underwood trying to hang in there. Looking at a possible victory lane win. Laps to go this time by. Gonna be good. 4 to go. Mike's still on the pace car. Nope, they're off. So it's gonna be a 3-lap dash. Then next flag will pretty much end it. Looking at Brian Underwood, looking for his 3rd win of the year. Can he get it done here tonight at North Wilkesboro Speedway?
Green flag.
Again, win number 3, green flag in the air, we're rolling. Underwood out front, good jump. Warnicki behind him, 3 to go. Trey Jackson, Jeff Carlson right there as well. Everybody going to work their way down the back straightaway, checking up. 1 car to the outside, that's going to be the 48 of Joshua Crowder. Trying to work his way through. 2 laps to go for your race leader. Look at your points leader trying to recover into the top 3, 2 to go. 2 laps to go. He'll go to 3rd on the outside of Odell. Great battle is up front, not missing anything. Underwood pulling away. 1 lap to go for Brian Underwood. Mark Odell out of shape. Underwood will lead him into turn 1 and 2 for the final time. Joshua hanging on to 3rd. Brian Underwood looking for win number 3 on the year. Works his way through 3 and 4. Brian Underwood back to victory lane for the 3rd time this year at North Wilkesboro. Underwood for the 3rd time this season. Victory lane for him. And everybody gonna survive. Holy moly. Underwood gets it done. The recovery for the 48 is unreal. Up to 3rd. Warnicki going to finish 2nd. But it's Brian Underwood getting it done here tonight in Bristol, or in North Wilkesboro. What a recovery for your championship leader, Alan Warnicki. What a race. Holy macaronis. Holy macaronis, man. That was a race right there. Joshua Trey Jackson right there in the mix. What a job everybody made. Let's start with Trey Jackson here. Hey, Trey Jackson, Matt up here in the booth. You get a copy, sir.
Yes, sir. I got you.
All righty, top 5 finish. There was a little contact there between you and Brian Underwood down the front straightaway at one point. That got a little bit dicey.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened there. Him and the 31 were faster than me most of the night, and for some reason, I guess I got a good run, or I don't know if he got loose, or got loose or tight coming off of 4 there and had to check up. But yeah, I got into the back of him. I want to apologize about that, but looks like he still ended up with a decent night.
Exactly. Man, that looked like that was a handful out there all night.
Yeah, it was actually really fun. Really fun. We got that long green flag run there, the first of the race, and that was really the only time we was able to be on really old tires. But then we started getting a lot of cautions there after that. But yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah, it was a great night overall, man. Congratulations on a top 5 run for you, Trey. And again, that was a fun night overall.
All right, Matt. Appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Well, man, anybody on the car you want to give a shout out to?
I'll just shout out to my teammates, Nate and Patrick, and Steve and the guys for putting this league on. Appreciate that, and thank you for coverage.
And so, man, we'll see you next week. Another short track, Martinsville.
All right, take care, buddy.
In Martinsville, buddy. All right, Jackson coming home. Let's see. Mark Odell coming home 4th here tonight. Let's get ready to talk to him. We got out of Mark Odell. Mr. Odell, Matt in the booth, you got me.
I got you, bud. How are you?
I'm doing all right, man. There for a while, I thought you were going to go to Victory Lane here tonight. The car looked really good, and things just did not play out in your favor.
No. He was fast. The 77 was faster than me. There in the first run, I had a 2-second lead over him, and he chased me down. But I got back to second there a couple of times, and it was just like there was like, I couldn't get to the leader. The 5 was leading for a while, and I just couldn't get back to him.
Right. Just one of those deals, man.
Yeah, on that first pit stop, I lost the lead. Something messed up, and I was supposed to just get tire and fuel, and I got my tires, and then I got 6 seconds of something else again, and I don't even know what it was, and that lost me the lead, and I never got it back from there. It's all good.
All good, man. Well, you're 7 going to round number 8 next week. Martinsville, Virginia. What do you think about that?
I'm excited. We'll see how it goes. Martinsville is probably my best track out of the 3 that we're racing. There's 3 short tracks we got here. I'm the most confident going into Martinsville. But Wilkesboro was pretty fun. I feel like it put on a pretty good show tonight too.
Poor man. All righty, Mr. Mark. Congratulations. Another top 5 run here tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you to Steve and the guys for putting the league together and letting us come do this every Saturday.
Poor man. Well, again, congratulations. Top 5 tonight, sir.
All right. Thank you. You have a good one.
All right, Mark Odell coming in top 5. Let's talk to Joshua here. Joshua, buddy, you got a copy.
Hey, Matt.
How did you manage this one?
I mean, I'm telling you, this season's been nothing but adversity the last 3 or 4 races. I mean, we talked last week where, I went a lap down and got back to 3rd, and this race I was 2 laps down, then 1 lap down, and 15 laps went 13 to 3rd. So I don't.
You've got a golden horseshoe stuck somewhere.
It's up my ass, definitely.
Yes, it is. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Man, I've seen you hit to like 2 cars. Got an incident twice, I think it was, where a car spun out in front of you. And somehow, some way, this machine comes on 3rd.
Yeah, I was able to save my fast repair 2. Got into the 6. He got a little loose in front of me, and I wasn't able to check up at the 31 below me. So apologize for a little contact there. And the 29 just really backed up way quicker than what I thought he was going into a turn, and had a little contact there. But overall, it was a pretty clean night. It was a good race by everybody. I think we got a really good field. I want to congratulate Brian, my teammate. I think it's his 3rd win, 4th win, or something like that this season. So I'm hoping the old 48 machine can get in victory lane eventually. We should have gained a few points on Nate as well for the points lead. So overall, really good night.
Poor man. Well, again, congratulations on the golden horseshoe, sir.
Absolutely. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Exactly, man. Congrats, buddy. See you next week, Joshua, hopefully in victory lane.
See you, bud.
All right, Joshua, there. The horseshoe kid right now coming home 3rd. And we will see if that luck. Oh, moved him back up here. Rip. We'll see if that luck continues. And let's get Warnicky up here. Alan Warnicki, Matt in the booth. You got me, good sir.
Yeah, I got you.
All righty, P2 against right behind Mr. Underwood here tonight. Good finish for that number 72 machine.
Yeah, it was a lot better than I would have bet on. I think all night I was telling Dustin I was like the 7th fastest car. But it just worked out how the cautions fell and kept the car clean the whole night. You didn't really get messed up in anything, so just put tires on when you have to, and when there's cautions, and kind of hang out. The car was really quick. Those last 4 restarts for like 3 or 4 laps, it fired off pretty quick. As long as the tires got needs to cool down.
Well, car looked solid, buddy.
Yeah, it was pretty solid.
Think you can keep this momentum when you get to Martinsville next week?
I think you need to keep your cool more than momentum.
Yeah, this is true.
There's so many different braking points, and if you're tight up against a guy, you can't see what's going on in front of them.
Right.
But, I mean, give and take will get you some places, and you might lose a spot or two, but at least it's clean, and you're on to the next deal.
Poor man. Well, again, man, Alan, P2 tonight, great run for you, and congratulations.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, Alan Warnicki goes second here tonight in that number 72 ride. Great job bringing her home second. And we have got one more, and he is your 3-time winner now this season. It is going to be Mr. Brian Underwood. Fit through to the win. Brian Underwood, Matt in the booth. You got me.
Yeah, I got you.
All righty, man. Coming home with your 3rd win of the year.
Yeah, it was definitely a hard-earned win there. Had some pretty good talent there in the top 5. Really hard racing. Just wish there was a little bit more green flag, because I think we could have showcased a little better racing than what we did.
Hey, it happens, man. It's short track racing. It happens. So, with that being said, you've got one more on this short track swinging, right? You came in 3rd in points. What do you got to do next week out at Martinsville to kind of keep the momentum up before you get away from this whole short track swing thing?
The short tracks are kind of like my favorite. It's kind of, well, I was hoping to close the ground on the points, because I lost a lot of ground with the 3rd, 4th, 5th race, whatever it was.
Right.
So it's kind of the same mindset next week, is just don't short pit, try to stay up front as much as possible, and keep your tires better than everybody else, and just everything else should work for itself.
Exactly, man. And knowing after next week you have that two week off break, is that good, bad for you? What do you think of the 2 weeks that'll follow of being off?
I think it's a good thing. Gets a good break for everybody, especially come off short tracks. Tempers flaring. 2 weeks kind of long, but I think everybody needs it after the 3 straight races of what we went through.
And 4, man. Well, again, you're walking away with win number 3 here tonight. You continue to dominate. Congratulations on one heck of a run here tonight, finishing 3rd. Or we're getting a win, excuse me, for your 3rd win.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. That's not what came out.
Yeah, I guess.
But 3 wins on the year here tonight, man. Again, congratulations. Maybe you can go for number 4 at Martinsville.
We'll try. I need some points.
Yes, sir, man. Go get that championship, maybe.
We're going.
4, buddy. Go for it, man. We'll see you at Martinsville in 1 week, my man.
All right, see you.
Man. All right, everybody. That's going to pretty much do it here from Martinsville, Virginia tonight. This one in the book, or from North Wilkesboro, we head to Martinsville, Virginia in 1 week. Maybe I'll get my words right eventually. And we will finish this one off. The unofficial result scrolling through the top of your screen. Capel there in the 24 coming home 10th. Robbins back there, Buck back there having a rough night. It's going to be a fun with 200 laps at Martinsville in 1 week. Until then, everyone stay safe. Have a great night. We will see you in Martinsville next week for the final short track swing.